Hey everybody, welcome back to the T-Dog channel. We're going to be covering some content. We haven't made a video in a while, and I'm going to be covering how the episodes coming up are going to go in The Walking Dead once it comes back from its break. And honestly, I was surprised with the death of Jesus in the mid-season finale, but the only reason I was surprised was because I thought they underutilized the character for sure. I felt like he could have been more played out in ways through other stories, and it seems like they only used him as like a character that interacted with Maggie the most. And I don't know if that's accurate to the comics or what, but it seems like they used him mostly to be interacting with Maggie. Now, I think that they could have used him in much other ways. They could have had him interact with Rick or Morgan or Daryl in different ways, but the way they had it set up was pretty rare. There's really no other character that could have died like that would have held that much weight. So right now I'm just going to review what's going on and coming up. Now in this picture right here we see Jesus is in the background on the horse in the far back, and we got Aaron next to that horse. And then we got in the front, we got Michonne, and next to Michonne we got somebody they captured. Now we believe this is about to be Alpha's daughter that they capture, and I don't know how they're gonna capture her or when they're gonna capture her. I think this is gonna happen in the next episode. So episode 9, we'll see the capture going down. And so far we don't know where Rosita went, but she caught up and went out in the last episode. So, but if we watch this trailer out, what it seems to happen is what seems to happen is there's a whisper invading some kind of camp, we think, and we think that's a fair. So Father Gabriel's going to meet with Rosita again at some point. We got Daryl versus Beta. That's what we think. But I've also got some other theories about that and what might happen. We might see. Now this is on the fence, but this could actually happen. So what I think might happen is I think they're messing with us, and it could be Daryl versus Negan, and that's not Beta, and we might see Daryl versus Negan, and Beta might show up, or we might see Daryl versus Beta in some kind of confrontation fight, but then we might see Negan show up and stop the fight, or either save Daryl's ass. Okay? So that's a thought, and that's also a potential possibility. So we might see him fight Beta, and then Negan might show up and save Daryl, because we know that Negan likes Daryl for some reason. He wants to help Daryl, or he knows Daryl's strong, so he's gonna want to help him if that's might go down. Also, we know that Negan's saviors are gone. And he's gonna be going back to the sanctuary, and we don't know why. Maybe he thinks there's something there that he can salvage or scavenge. Maybe he knows where some hidden guns are, or some hidden supplies are at the sanctuary, maybe buried, or... Because, I don't see him just going to the sanctuary just for fucking shits and giggles. I see him going to the sanctuary in order to collect supplies that he knows are there. Okay? He's smart. He's not a dumb individual. He knows what he's doing. Now we got Carol and all the archers drawing their bows. We got them praying. We got Daryl opening up the cellar. And we're not sure if this is going to be Daryl versus Beta, or, I mean, they're making it look like Daryl versus Beta. This could very well be something else that they're trying to trick us into thinking that's going to happen. Now we got also Michonne in a flashback, because you can see her hair. As you see, the hair is there, and it looks like she's in a state of mind that is crazed to fight. Now we don't know what this fight is going to be about or who she's fighting with, but we could be very well seeing what happened in the past that the X's on their backs mean, or we could be seeing the result of why their communities are so split up and so broken apart. And I think that it is that. I think we're going to see within the next 2 episodes or so, we will see why they are so broken apart, and why people like Carol and Daryl and Michonne and Tara, we'll see why they're all so split up, and why they're not back to that old community type strength of being all bonded together. And I think that's coming up. I think there was a fight. I honestly believe there was a fight in leadership and safety, and they had some kind of fight over safety and leadership, and maybe they had to deal with some enemies. Honestly, maybe they had to deal with some enemies during that time. It's been 6 years, so that's a long time. And at the beginning of the new beginning, Michonne says something during the little council meeting, and she says, "I remember." So I believe they're talking about something that happened to their group. Maybe somebody infiltrated their walls, or something happened that compromised the security of Alexandria, or of their whole communities, every community that's involved with Alexandria. I feel like we're gonna see some results from that. So right now, basically all we have is some pretty generic footage, and we got this coming out of nowhere. This is Negan, and it looks like Negan is not wanting to stay. And he's got he don't have a bat, but he's got that shovel, and it looks like he's going up into the house where Judith is. It looks like he's going to say something. Now, I got several gripes with this. I got gripes with, where's the security? Where's the people standing outside Negan's cell? And where's the people on watch at nighttime in Alexandria? Obviously, Michonne's not here, and Gabriel must be sleeping, but I've got gripes with what they're trying to do with the security as far as Alexandria goes, because nobody was watching Negan. No one was there to watch Negan, or nobody's on watch at night, which I find that hard to believe. At this point, it looks like a ghost town. Negan's walking through a ghost town in the middle of the night, and it's a little bit unbelievable. But Michonne is gone. Therefore, he's able to walk right into this house. Unprotected Judith is, and he's gonna have some kind of interaction, I think. And Judith is gonna maybe be armed. We might see Judith is fully armed and ready for this interaction, able to get the one up on Negan. So we'll see what that ends up turning out to be. But thanks for fucking tuning in. If anybody else copies our content, you know where it came from. Right here at the T-Dog channel.